This is a fire escape staircase. Every staircase will have a floor reference number, and all the walls around the staircase will be fire rated to 2 hours, including this door and this glass is all fire rated. Now, important thing about staircases that every riser and every tread has to be equal all through the flight and through all the floor levels. This is called a base slab, and the dimension of this is around 20 centimeters. This is an aluminium profile and is called a nosing, which provides grip to the feet when we are climbing down during an emergency situation. And the railing, this railing is designed based on the fire requirement. The most important element of the railing would be none of these gaps be more than 150 millimeter in length. No gap will be more than 150 millimeter. 150, less than 150, and this is 150. The reason behind 150, this we actually put a circle of 150 over here to make sure that this opening is not more than 150. And the idea behind that is, in case a small child, a toddler, by mistake falls on the staircase, under no circumstances he comes out of the staircase, and 150 will be the diameter of his head, his or her head, and the child will not under any circumstances come out of the railing and come out of the staircase and fall down. So to avoid those kind of incidents, this diameter is 150. Okay, always from the edge of the step, the railing projects out by 32 centimeters. And this is the handrail, which is fixed on the other side of the railing staircase. Projection of this handrail will be 32 centimeters outside the last step, which is that. This diameter of this handrail would be around 50 millimeter, which is equal to the grip of a hand, and the gap between the wall and the edge of the handrail will be 40 millimeters, so that a hand can hold the railing without getting hurt, and there's a free movement. Look at the way this element is thin, which is fixing to the handrail. So the idea is, when in emergency people are running holding this handrail, they get a non-stop continuous hold of the railing for the entire length of the staircase. These are some important features which you have to take care of. So once again, this is called the base slab, which turns around, and this is the soffit of the base slab of the second flight. The flight will be always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. no more than 14 steps in one flight. Now, that's your first flight, and this is your second flight. And that's your second flight. So, in plan, you will draw this as a first flight, and this is the second flight. And let's say you're cutting this section through the center of this flight. So, what we will see is this is where a lot of people don't understand. When you are cutting your section from this level, this railing will be seen in front of that railing and that step. So when you are drawing a section through this flight, you will see this railing drawn full, and the railing going on the top will be shown as that railing, which is behind, will be shown as cut in front of this railing. So this portion of the railing you will not see. Even these small balustrades, you will see them cut in front of this railing and this railing and these verticals, and same way the steps behind will be seen cut in front of this railing. A very small element of drafting, but it is very important to show what is shown as continuous line in front and what is shown as cut line goes behind. So that's your single flight. So when we reach over here, you again have the floor number. That's the air pressurization shaft. I'll explain you later on. And that's the door. All these are fire rated to 2 hours. So I reach level 11. Every staircase you see these fans. These are pressurization fans, ducts, and I'll explain you why these are provided. We are at the roof level, and this is something which all the students miss indicating in their staircase drawing. This railing, wherever you have your last flight, where your staircase terminates, the railing has to go and hit the wall. Otherwise, and if you will notice, none of you have indicated this railing. All you have done is shown this railing, and your railing stops over here. You have not shown this part of the railing. Now what happens? Just imagine, small child in your house, he comes over here and falls down, God forbid. So always terminate your railing at the last staircase flight in this manner. Now going out into the roof, you see those ducts? Those ducts are connecting to the staircase cabin inside, and the purpose of these ducts is to provide pressurized air into the staircase cabin. So those are the ducts entering into the staircase cabin, which is over there. And the reason we provide this duct is This duct provides fresh air which is pumped inside the staircase cabin. Now just imagine this whole staircase all the way till level 12 is like a vertical chamber. The idea of this pressurization duct is that constantly, every time, 24 hours of the day, this duct will keep pushing fresh air inside the staircase to a level where the inside the staircase pressure is slightly more than the outside pressure in the corridors. Okay, so the corridor pressure is less and staircase pressure is more. Now imagine there is a fire. People are running down the staircase and this is a corridor. The outside pressure of the corridor is less, the inside is more. So what happens is when people open the door to come into the staircase, the air from the staircase, which is pressurized from the top and coming all the way through these ducts, will push the air outside. And why that is important? That is important once the air is going out of the staircase cabin into the corridor area, the smoke that is there in the corridor will not enter into the staircase cabin. And just for your knowledge, maximum death during a fire incidents, they happen because of smoke, not because of fire. Smoke inhalation is an extremely suffocating experience. I have faced it once, so I can feel what that it is like. So these pressurization ducts are extremely important and they continuously run round the clock 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The whole idea is that this staircase cabin is completely fire resistant from the walls. So the only thing that can affect a human life is the smoke which is in the corridor or in the building outside entering into the staircase cabin, and that smoke, in order not to enter into the staircase cabin, is done by providing a more higher air pressure inside the staircase cabin compared to the outside corridor. Always the pressure in the air cabin, staircase cabin, will be more compared to the pressure outside the staircase cabin. So this is something very important for you to understand in principle. All the staircase cabins will have two sets of lights. One is the normal light and the other one is emergency. So whenever there is a fire emergency, the authorities will come and switch off the power of the main building so that there is no electrocuting happening. So when this power is off, which is the main power, this will be lit and this will provide the light for the people who are trying to escape the staircase. What else? Yes, another important point, whenever the staircase terminates at the roof level, it is very important for the architect to make sure that last landing, this is the last landing, this level is always higher than the level outside. So this will be lower level, around 100 to 150 below this last landing level, so that water from outside do not come into the staircase and start flooding the staircase itself. Small points, but very important for you to understand right away. All the openings that you see in the staircase cabin, all pipe penetrations. If you see, there is a different shade around these openings. Those shades are of fire sealant. So each and every opening that is coming or passing through the staircase cabin is fire sealed. Again, the idea is from no holes the fire or the smoke comes into the staircase cabin. Even this duct is fire sealed from all the four sides. I hope this video will be of some help. So this is what I say when we are running. This railing should provide a seamless, continuous grip of the hand. See, nowhere I am moving my hand. So that's the whole idea of this railing design. This gap is not more than 150. That gap is not more than 150, so that a small child do not slips into the staircase well, which goes all the way 12 stories below. Start thinking of all these items and start developing good staircase details. All the best.